Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. Escaping the play. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Our game here, Bucs and Chiefs, certainly one of the crown jewels of this 2022 NFL schedule. Of course, a rematch of that memorable Super Bowl 55, Tom Brady's 7th Super Bowl title, when his guys really outmanned a Kansas City team who came up short in their quest to go back-to-back. And you look at these two quarterbacks, Brady, just a legend of the game. Many say the GOAT. Mahomes, certainly you could say on a similar trajectory. And then we'd be remiss for not... And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 45. Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Now Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. To the races, down the right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll throw from the gun. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. There he goes left side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Succop for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Yo. Mike's 50. And watch the screen.
Brady going to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From the 45 on second down, Mahomes on the run. He'll let it go deep, right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you know, a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Here we go, 50, Mike 50. Watch the curve, Easy.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play fake. Mahomes. Rolling to, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Extra point try now for Suckup. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Levante David. And they have the football that will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. $15 yards on the play, 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Suckup for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Yellow. Check curls. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Wild Bill.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him.
All day, just like that.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say,
and now here is another interception. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point try now for Succop. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Succop for the extra point. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
yeah, that's exactly right because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now and force the penalty,